Hello everyone, this is your favorite Uncle Bob back in a video, and today we're looking at the Transformers Age of the Primes Megatronus. So before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below which that video, what else you'd like to see in a video. So onto the figure himself. Here we have Megatronus in his very nice looking tank mode. Definitely invokes power, that is for certain. So let's take a quick look at all that detail. So focus, thank you. You get the nice yellow, kind of spread throughout as an accent. Looks very good. Pretty much the only silver you will see is right up here. The rest of him is kind of done in that gunmetal gray, which normally I would say, give me some more paint or, make it a silver or something like that. But in this case, it works perfectly. And you get this nice giant cannon for the tank barrel with his symbol right there. So, going down the back, there's his feet. So, not too bad in the way of the tank. Now, as far as articulation for the tank mode, can do a full 360 at the turret. You can look up all the way. Well, almost enough for a tank at least. And yeah, that is it. Oh yeah, and this piece back here can move up and down. It's on a ball joint, so you can get the full 360 and all that fun stuff. So, there is that. Now, as far as accessories, he comes with 2 of these identical flames. Focus, please. Thank you. Molded very wonderfully. And he gets 2 of these identical flames. So, again, molded very beautifully. He gets a tiny missile pod. Would have been nice if the missiles were actually done in silver, but oh well. Then we get these pieces right here. You get his, the spark extractor from RID 15 or something like that. But it is 2 separate pieces. You get the hard plastic piece and the more soft plastic. And finally, you get a machete. I'm assuming this is a machete. So, now all of this can store on his alt mode. So for the missile pod, you got that peg hole going into this peg right here. So just plug that on and then rotate it. For the flames, you got this peg going into one of these 2 peg holes right here on the arms, or what will be the arms. So you can just plug it in on either one. I personally plug it into the furthest right here. So get this plugged in. Get that off my nose. Some cat hair. Then you want to plug these 2 together. So plug those 2 together. Focus. Thank you. And then what the instructions tell you to do is you got a port right there, and they just want you to plug it on either the staff or the machete. And I mean, that's an option you can do if you wanted to. Or what you can do is take these and plug them on the various 5mm ports you see around the figure. But as far as this goes, you got a port right here and a slot right there. And that is going to line up with this port, or this port right here, and this tab. So get this lined up, tab that in, and then this one will just kind of rest into place. Then for these, I just end up plugging one up here and one right there, and there you go. There you have Megatronus. I would say all armed up, but he was already armed up to begin with. So, yeah, it looks very good. Now, for a real quick size comparison, G2 Sideswipe, and this guy dwarfs Sideswipe. Like, sheesh, man, that's just, yeah. Now, I won't be doing a comparison unless y'all want me to with all of the primes as we get them. Main reason that's a lot of transformations, and I record late at night, so yay, work, adult stuff, boo, I know. Anyways, but if you all want me to do that, just let me know. Anyways, let's get down to his robot mode. So go ahead and start by removing all of the effects. Remove the effects. Remove the blade spark extractor combo thing. And you also want to remove the cannon. So you go ahead and split these sections right here and set this all off to the side. And now you're left with a pretty naked tank. So to get started, you want to start right here. Oh, no, sorry. Right here, actually, my bad. Untab that and push it forward and just leave it there. Next, untab this section from right here, whilst also untabbing this and just straighten it out, and it will thud into place more or less. So unpeg this, there we go, and then straighten this out and untab it as well. Then you want to flip up his cross plate, or his butt plate more or less. Next, take this tread, fold it down, flip up the foot, fold this back into place, then fold this down and tab it into place. Rotate at the thigh 180. Do the same thing for this side, so go ahead and rotate, flip up, lift out, flip down, and tab that back into place. Bring that down, and there is his feet. So please stand so I can raise up the camera. All right, there we go. Okay, so for this, you want to untab this section right here. Bring all this up, kind of get this swing out, rotate this around, then flip these sections in. You also want to untab them from up here. So get those untabbed, rotate them around, and just fold them back down. Take this tank tread, flip it, double hinge it down into place. So do the same thing for this side. So get this undone, rotate, flip it down, and flip that down. Next, you want to get this up so that way you can fold this up into place. And you want to get the arms out of the way, so just extend them out. So what's going to happen is you're going to collapse it down at this hinge right here, and that tab will go right in there. Then you got those two tabs going into slots right there. So, and you also got a tab going into there. So get this all tabbed in. There we go. Then bring down the chest plate while flipping it out. So get this all nicely tabbed in. Then tab in the arms. Tab in the arms, kind of flare them out a little bit so that way you can fold down his hip skirts. Rotate at the waist 180. And then finally, get the hands open. I find best if you use either a spudger or the machete, because that, at least mine's very tight. So flip this out, then tab that back in. Do the same thing for this side. So put that in. And I have no fear of actually scratching this because, yeah, it's not that hard. So tab that in. Next, come to the pieces, rotate them up and rotate them around. This one, rotate up. Finally, rotate around the head. And there you go. There you have Megatronus in his robot mode. And this thing, he just looks imposing. So let's take a quick look at his face sculpt. So focus, thank you. Get some lovely, lovely yellow right here for the face and the eyes. Looks really good. Get some nice purple for his crest. So, and going down the body again, you get that nice, yellow going throughout. This is where you more see it, and the purple accents. So, looks very good. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint, so you can't get up, can't get down, full 360. Not really any side to side. Arms can do a full 360. They can move out all the way, and this side specifically, you can move these up, so that way the arm can get out all the way. Thanks to transformation, he does kind of have a butterfly joint, so you can get back. You can get his arms in front of his chest, just about. Yep, all the way in front. So, then you get a bicep rotation. You get over 90 degrees of elbow bend with a wrist swivel. It's on a ball joint, so you can get him down, get the wrist down for any, gun thing, whatever for his, you know what I'm talking about. Get the arms out of the way. You get a waist rotation. Legs can kick forward on a nice kind of drop. It's a slight drop down hinge. So they can get forward all the way, back all the way. The hip skirts can move out of the way for the full splits. Thigh, you get technically a thigh and a below the knee or above the knee rotation. My bad. getting a little bit over 90 degrees. The feet can move up a little bit, down, not so much, but you get full on ankle tilt. So this guy is posable. Oh, that just came off its friction hinge. Stay. There we go. Now, how about we arm him up? Well, to finish off the look though, you want to pop off this piece, flip this down, and this will go into either peg hole. So I'm just personally go over here, plug that in, there's that. Then for the cannon, you want to just collapse it up on that double hinge, then flip up that piece. There's that. Now, if you didn't want him fully armed up or just armed up in general, you can store all of this on his back. You got, multiple 5mm ports. You can plug in something there. You can plug in this there, and something right there. And there is storage for everything. But he is the O-ring of the primes, so now you get 2 ports you can choose from. I personally will choose the uppermost, so it just makes it look more attached to his arm. Then for these, for the spark extractor, it goes straight in his hand. For the machete, you have to open up his hand, and that's another part of articulation I forgot to mention, is the fingers do open. Anyways, you do have to pop this in and close it around, and now he is fully armed up. Now, if you didn't want to have him doing machete and, all that fun stuff, it still can combine. So just combine it up, and now you have, I'm assuming, the full-on spark extractor. It would have been nice if they kind of mirrored that, but, oh well, maybe someone will actually make a full-on spark extractor for the dude. So, now, real quick, for his flames, they can just plug on. So for the these ones, they will just go into the ports on the shoulders. So gotta find out. Let's see. This one will go. No, this one will go over here. So get this plugged on. Get that plugged on. Do the same thing for this side. Get this plugged on. Come on. Rotate that so I can actually plug it on. There we go. And then these ones will plug in right up here on the back. And there we go. Is this giving anyone more of the Hades from the old Disney Hercules movie vibe? That's kind of what I'm getting. So, but anyways, for a real quick size comparison, here we have him with G2 Sideswipe, and once again he dwarfs him. So yeah, he's a big boy. He's a hefty leader. And here we have him with Vector Prime, because Evan said that he's more likely just going to be a retool-ish. And here we have him with his girlfriend, Solus Prime. And yeah, this is shaping up to be a very mixed-matched but interesting team, shall we say. They're not from one source, that is for certain. He's, Dreamwave. She's kind of a mixture, and he's Cybertron, and Prima is more the actual G1 show. So, yeah. Now, technically, we would have 5 if you count the one that came with the, what was that pack's name? It was a 2-pack that came with Vector Sigma. I reviewed it on the channel. Oh, man, I'm forgetting the name. But yeah, that 2-pack Alphatron, if you wanted to use that, by all means, you could. I think that's a really solid one to have with your primes. But onto Megatronus himself, he is a very fun figure. His transformation was a lot more complicated than I was thinking it was going to be, which is a nice change of pace of what leaders have been and everything. So, yeah, definitely worth a pickup, in my opinion. Looks great, poses phenomenally. He has a bunch of articulation. So, yeah, definitely a good figure. So, but that is about it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and stay tuned for more video reviews.